Namaste, my beloveds. Welcome to a really easy, relaxed morning flow. Probably just going to be about 30 minutes. And this is for the purpose of warming up our bodies for our daily life. And anyone can do these, beginners, experienced yogis. And we're just going to flow and warm up our bodies. So if you're already not in seated position, feel free to get into it. Roll out your mat and get into a comfortable cross-legged, easy pose or sukhasana. And when you're ready, then just close your eyes and listen to my voice as we just check in with ourselves and hone in to our hearts. Let's bring our awareness and our attention to our breath. Noticing our inhales, not manipulating it in any way, and our exhales, releasing anything that no longer serves us. Observing our inhales, watching our chest rise, and exhale, feeling it contract and our stomach squeeze against our diaphragm. On the next inhale, I encourage you to maybe make that breath a little bigger, expanding your diaphragm, filling up your lungs with air and oxygen. And open mouth, exhale, release. Great job. A few more at your own pace. And then when you're ready, let's open our eyes and slowly put our legs behind us. And let's get into our first real pose of the class, Balasana, a child's pose. So you want your toes touching, knees mat width apart, and then just slowly sink your hips onto your ankles and walking your hands to the front of the mat. And then when you're ready, sinking your chest down to the earth and finally placing your third eye onto the mat. You're going to hold this for 4 or 5 cycles of breath. Every inhale, we create space in our back and in our hips. Every exhale, we sink a little deeper into our stretch, sinking our hips even further down onto our ankles, melting our shoulders and our chest to the earth. One more breath here. And let's slowly peel our third eye off the mat. Just walk our hands back up to our chest. Bring our chest off the earth. And then finally pulling our hips off our ankles. Let's come into a neutral tabletop position. Let's check in with our posture, making sure all 10 fingers are pressed into the earth. That our legs are parallel with the long ends of the mat. You want your shoulders stacked over your elbows. The eyes of your elbows rotate to the front of the mat. And then you want your elbows stacked over your wrists. Same with your hips, stack them over your knees. And make sure your legs are parallel to each other, untucking your toes, releasing any tension. You want your gaze neutral down at the ground in front of you. And let's just hold neutral tabletop for a few cycles of breath here, at your own pace. And let's continue warming up our spine by engaging in some cat and cows. So let's inhale, arch our back like a cat, sag our head down to the earth. And exhale, sagging our stomach, shining our chest and our third eye to the heavens. And let's just do 4 or 5 of these at our slow pace, at our own pace. Just inviting movement and oxygen into our vertebrae. This allows for nutrients and for toxins to come in and out. Return to the side so you can see the movement. Arch your back for cat, drop your head, inhale. And exhale, sagging your stomach, shining your chest and your head towards the heavens. And then when you're ready, you can come back into neutral tabletop. And then let's do some rotations with our neck here. So inhale, raising your neck up to the left. And exhale, coming all around, dropping our head down to the earth. And let's do 3 or 4 in each direction. Inhale, raising your head. And exhale, dropping it down to the earth. Slow, controlled movements, not wanting any sharp pain or any jerking movements, just slow, controlled. And if you haven't gone the other way, please feel free to do some in the other direction. And then when you're ready, coming back into neutral tabletop. And we get ready to push up to downward facing dog. So tuck your toes, spread all 10 fingers into the earth, and send your hips up to the sky for a first downward facing dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana. And you can give yourself a generous bend in your knees. This is the first downward dog of the class. And then just sink your head, neck, and shoulders into the earth, letting gravity do all the work. Making sure all 10 fingers are engaged into the mat. And let's hold this for 3 or 4 breaths here.
few more, finding strength in our downward facing dog. One more. And exhale. Let's round out to high plank. Continuing that journey down, Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank, keeping our elbows tucked in. Exhale. Coming all the way down to the earth. Good job. And let's just relax in our first pronate pose. So you can put your arms to the side. You can lay your head down to one side, putting your cheek on the mat. And let's just hold this for a few breaths here. And inhale, switching cheeks. And then when you're ready, just pull our cheek off of the mat. Put our hands to the sides of our chest. And we'll just push up slightly for baby cobra. That'll fold upward facing dog. Just enough to bring our chest and our head off the mat. Inhale and exhale back down to the earth. Just 2 more times. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale back down. Once more, inhale. Good job. And back down to the earth. Our next inhale, let's zip our legs together and push all the way up for upward facing dog. Inhale. And for full expression, you can come up off of your thighs on your toes. And if you want, make some gentle movements side to side. And on our next exhale, tucking our toes, sending our hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Good job. And let's do a few of these. A vinyasa flow, which is pretty much breath to movement. And we're just going to cycle through our downward facing dog, our high plank, our Chaturanga Dandasana, which is high to low plank, and then our upward facing dog. So again, I'll guide you through it, and then I'll let you do it on your own. So being in downward facing dog, round out to high plank, Phalangasana. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana, keeping your elbows tucked in. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, tucking your toes, sending your hips to downward facing dog. So do a few of these at your own pace, and we can meet back in downward facing dog. And then once you come in downward facing dog, let's get into neutral tabletop. Maybe taking a drink of water, or just relaxing for a second. And let's get into one more child's pose. So toes touching, knees mat width apart, slowly sinking our hips onto our ankles, walking our hands out to the front of the mat, sinking our chest and our third eye into the earth. Every inhale, we create space in our back and our hips. Every exhale, sinking a little deeper to our ankles and to our stretch. Feel free to make your knees wider if you want a deeper stretch. Maybe walking your hands out a little further. Let's hold this for 3 or 4 more cycles of breath here. And then when you're ready, lifting your third eye off of the mat, walking your hands back up to your body, sinking, pulling your hips off of your ankles, coming back into neutral tabletop position. And then when you're ready, let's swing our feet out in front of us, and let's lay back down to the earth, and let's do a full body stretch. Arms overhead, laying down. Good job. And on our next exhale, let's bring our legs up into the air and meet our hands with it for happy baby. And let's just roll out our lower back. Really pushing those legs into your chest, pushing down on your ankles. Let's inhale, bring our legs up. This time, grabbing the front of your shins, squeezing them into your chest for ball. And then when you're ready, exhales, come down to Savasana for our final relaxation. It's also called corpse pose, where we die to our old sense of self. So just put your hands to the sides, relaxing your head, neck, and shoulders, releasing all tension in your legs, letting them hang heavy. Releasing tension in your hands and in your jaw, and closing your eyes and just listening to my voice as I guide you to that healing space. Body drifts into the ethereal plane. Just know that you're guided and you're safe on this journey of healing. With every inhale, you are willingly dissolving your body and your mind from the physical world.
With every exhale, letting anything go that no longer serves you in this moment. Every inhale, we dissolve our bodies. Every exhale, we dissolve our minds with it. Every inhale, we dissolve our bodies. Every exhale, our minds into the ethereal plane. We tap into the healing white light of the universe all around us. With every breath, you breathe in life and oxygen to your muscles and your bones, healing yourself, loving yourself. With every breath, that white light grows stronger in your third eye. You can drink that in for as long as you like and for as much as you like. Anytime you get lost, you can simply bring your awareness back to your breath, back to this present moment, and back to the sound of my voice. Just constantly drinking in that white light energy from the universe all around us. This prana, this life force that's stored in the air and the oxygen that we pump into our bodies, is the chi, the primordial life force that activates our kundalini. And our kundalini is this snake that's coiled up at the base of our spine, a snake of energy that awakens and arises when we unlock our root chakras. We keep them in balance throughout our day and throughout our lifespan. So with every inhale, we awaken that primordial life force that we all share with our ancestors and with each other. We use that to heal our bodies, bring restoration to our minds in the form of peace and love and light. One more big inhale here. And open mouth exhale, sighing out in relief. Letting it all go. Letting the tingles engulf your body. Letting the love permeate your heart. Letting the truth and the light wash your mind from any past trauma, from any hurt, from any judgments casted from other people or on yourself. Just let it all go. It no longer serves you. Just let it die to the old sense of you. Feel free to stay here as long as you like, or you can follow my voice and guide you back into the physical plane. This is a personal practice, so you take your time and integrate at your own pace. On the next inhale, we rebuild our bodies. On the next exhale, we rebuild our minds. Every inhale, rebuilding our bodies. Every exhale, rebuilding our minds with it. Inhaling, drinking that in, and exhaling, letting go of no longer what serves us. On our next inhale, let's wiggle our fingers and our toes. Let's invite some movement back into our body, bringing awareness back into our form. Going down from the astral plane, no longer projecting but being, being one with ourself and our body and this earth, Pachamama, Mother Gaia. Next inhale, maybe let's move our legs and our arms, inviting even more movement into our physical form. And on the next inhale, maybe stretching overhead, like you were just waking up for the first time today, maybe taking a big yawn. When you're ready, and you can keep your eyes closed, you can roll over into fetal position using your bicep as a pillow. This being one of the first poses we ever do as a fetus and as a child being born into the world. You reminisce on what it's like to be reborn with a new sense of identity, with a paradigm shift in your mind and in existing in this beautiful, transient, chaotic world where every day we wake up and we fight entropy. We establish ourselves in our minds and who we are. So today I highly encourage you to establish who you are and really find rebirth in what that means to you. Inhale, bringing that life into your body, being reborn. And exhale, letting everything that no longer serves you in this new body go. And on the next inhale, and slowly using our arms and our hands, push up out of fetal position, coming back into Sukhasana, or easy pose, or cross-legged. Feel free to close your eyes or open them. Just finally bringing your awareness back to your breath once more, not manipulating it in any way, but just appreciating it. Being one with your breath, this present moment, being clear and lucid and happy and at one with the universe. In the ancient tradition of yoga, it's been practiced for thousands of years before you and I were ever born. The light, the love, the cosmic duty and honor in me is the light, the love, the cosmic duty and honor in you. Namaste. Have a blessed day. Don't forget to radiate love, joy, positivity into your new sense of self. Because you're beautiful. And you're worth every second of light and of self-love that you can accept into your heart. Be proud of yourself for showing up today on the mat. For making it this far in life. For truly being happy. No matter where you are, no matter what you have, and no matter what you aspire to be in the future. Thank you again for joining me. And just have an amazing day, have an amazing week, have an amazing year, because you are amazing. Whether you understand that now, or it takes years for you to truly accept that. Thank you.